Movie review: New Order, the most realistic dystopia of the year. Pavel Pugachev tells how the multiple laureate of the Cannes Film Festival Michel Franco collects from the news all over the world a story about a rebellion, senseless and merciless. Mexico City, our days. A wedding is being played in a rich house. Among those invited are high-ranking officials, business tycoons, and a judge. She, by the way, is a little late, but the fault is not traffic jams, but riots. Some of the newcomers have been doused with green paint used by protesters. The radio reports alarmingly about the confusion of the authorities in front of the rebels. The military and the police cannot cope with looters and self-organizing combat brigades. But is this a hindrance to the holiday? Over a glass of champagne, they discuss the current political situation, interrupting with gossip about the personal lives of friends. But soon uninvited guests will appear, armed lumpen climbing over the fence, without further ado, shooting and robbing the rich. The servants will not be very surprised at this turn of events. Some of them will happily join the grimy pogromists, unless they cross themselves on the path. Shortly before this, a former servant comes to the house, who faithfully served the owners of the house for many years, but quit a few years ago. Now he needs help. His wife needs an expensive operation. The owners seem to be happy to help, but fundraising is being delayed, and the only one who seriously intends to participate in a good cause, and not just get off with crumbs from the master's table, is the hero of the occasion, the bride Marianne, Nyan Gonzalez Norwind. Soon she will have to regret her noble impulse. This, if anything, is only the first third of the film, very saturated with action and dramatic, and sometimes even melodramatic collisions. At the same time, it is very easy to believe in the reality of what is happening. The film's director is a multiple festival winner Michel Franco, a master of measured and restrained dramas. Even on such scorching material, he does not change himself and retains an icy intonation. He shoots the bloody canvases of riots with laconic master shots, static bit plans, illuminated by the excellent cameraman Yves Cap, capable of giving the most everyday shots a surreal effect. I will remember here both Luis Buñuel with his anti-capitalist pamphlets, and Alfonso Cuarón with the film Child of Man. From the first, a specific sense of humor, a craving for seemingly reliable absurdity; from the second, adrenaline, the extreme acuteness of social conflict simultaneously with the urge to generalize. Although the scene is specific, the story is universal. The New Order is a dystopia compiled from news reports from around the world and from several bloody episodes from Latin American history. Viewers of the countries of the former Soviet Union and, for example, Chile, will immediately recognize her. There is also social inequality, which turned into an uncontrollable protest and a belated but harsh reaction of the security officials. The military turns out to be no better than the pogromists, except that they rob, rape and kill in a much more organized manner. But Franco does not fully accept either side. The New Order can equally be read as a protective manifesto. This is what the riots are driving to, and the grief of the left liberal. This is what the security forces are driving to. The upper class gets it for hypocrisy, blindness and willingness to help only in those cases if it does not require serious effort. Even worse are the power structures, which are easily ready to exceed all permissible powers and completely go nuts when it comes to restoring the vertical. But nameless and almost dumb revolutionaries generally seem like wild beasts. This is perhaps the main problem of the film. No matter how much the director tries to soar over the fight, he still understands the bourgeois better than their opponents, who here resemble zombies rather than living people. The rich, and as an exception, some victims of pogromists from other social classes, evoke a variety of emotions here, but they are still shown by living people, in contrast to the faceless soldiers and the poor who took up arms. The New Order illustrates bloodily and colorfully the popular leftist slogan "Eat the rich," only from the perspective of those who are about to be eaten. As in the zombie horror, here, by and large, almost no one pity. The main emotion here is dark amazement. This is a bitter, angry and pessimistic statement about how the world, turned upside down, still remains the same. Revolutions hit discriminated groups hardest of all. The rich are still rich. The poor are getting poorer. The history is written by the winners or those who appropriated this victory for themselves.
Okay, please support by subscribing to our channel and clicking the like button. See you in the next video.